Vision is home to all the greatest shows on dirt. World of Outlaws sprints, late models, and Super Dirt Car Series. You also get Dirt Car Summer Nationals and weekly shows from America's top tracks. Dirt Vision has the best all-around live coverage with flexible options for casual and hardcore fans. No commitments, cancel anytime, apps for most devices. Get your Fast Pass now at dirtvision.com.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to race number 2 of the 2022 World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series, powered by iRacing. We bring you Cedar Lake Speedway, round number 2. Tim Terry, Chase Rodman along for the ride with you. And Chase, if last week was any indication, we are in for a barn burner here this evening. What a finish last week.
Yeah, very good stuff there to open up the campaign between Evan C. and Hayden Cardwell. A photo finish at the line there, with Cardwell leading the very last lap of the feature. Evan C. led 49 of 50 laps, but Cardwell leads the one that counts. And now coming to Cedar Lake Speedway, a place that is very well known for hosting the World of Outlaws Late Model Series and Sprint Car Series in real life. And it's this is the first time for the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series to run here at Cedar Lake. We've ran it a few times with the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Pro Series, but first time here with the late models tonight.
Drivers just finishing up their qualifying session, and we will get into round number 2 momentarily, but we want you to take another look at the World of Outlaws dirt racing that is coming up to your console coming up next month. Take a look at this.
Dirt Racing will be available September 27th on the Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5.
Chase, I can't wait. Next month coming out, first World of Outlaws console game in almost 20 years. You can check out the consoles on your screen. Can't wait to get my hands on this. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and this track right here, Cedar Lake Speedway, will be a part of the World of Outlaws dirt racing game coming out on September 27th. Like you said, Tim, going to be a whole lot of fun. We got the late models, the sprint cars, we got street stocks, and a whole bunch of racetracks to run on. And like I said, just like here at Cedar Lake Speedway, we're going to be part of the game as well.
And for more information, worldofoutlaws.game.com to get your hands on it, and maybe check out that teaser one more time. Speaking of what we saw last week, though, Chase, the standings on your screen. Blake Majulis has a 1-point lead over Hayden Cardwell with, heats thrown in there and everything else. They are racing for some championship points when it comes to the heat races we are about to see. So Hayden Cardwell, big win last week, 1 point in behind coming in.
Yeah, it's close, obviously, here at the beginning of the season. We're talking about points, man. People are like, well, that's race number 1. What are we talking about points for? But it is a quick season, Tim. Only 10 races. So you got to be fast out of the gates here. Blake Majulis, Hayden Cardwell, Evan C., the top 3 as we head into the second round here.
And as we get ready to go racing on round number 2, let's take a look at this Cedar Lake Speedway chase and see what we're up for tonight.
Yeah, this place is awesome. I was here a few weeks ago with the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series in real life, and This track is just picturesque. It's awesome for the fans. Here is the track map right here, located in New Richmond, Wisconsin, just outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And right there you can see, first race at the track, as we talked about earlier on this evening for this series, Wisconsin's fastest piece of real estate. And coming up this weekend, Tim, it is the USA Nationals for the real-life World of Outlaws Late Model Series, a $50,000 payday, one of the crown jewels in late model racing coming up. You watch that on dirtvision.com. And kind of like last week, a tune-up for a big race. We'll do it virtually here tonight.
This place looks racy, and we are getting ready to see 4 heat races to set the field. And Chase, speaking about Blake, it looks like that 127 sitting on the pole for this one.
Yeah, he had a great qualifying effort here and puts himself on the pole of heat race number 1. He's out of Asheville, New York, the 2019 series champion. That's the CFM Esports number 127, Blake Majulis. And outside of him, out of Mooresboro, North Carolina, that's going to be Zach McSwain in car number 25, the Ryco Motorsports entry. Row number 2, the 48 car, Dylan Yeager. He's out of Hamilton Township, New Jersey, Victory Lane Racing, number 48. And outside of him, that's going to be Tyler Worley, one of our Rookie of the Year contenders out of Genevieve, Missouri, also for Ryco Motorsports in car 66. Row 3, the 13 machine. That is going to be Travis St. Clair out of Nashport, Ohio, the Max Droop SimSport, number 13. And outside of him, that's going to be the 357, Cody Sieber, also from Max Droop SimSports. He's out of Clinton, Tennessee. Row number 4, Nathan Waddell in car number 05, the Apex Industries entry. He's out of Anniston, Alabama. And outside of him, this guy did not have a good start to the campaign. Multi-time World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series champion Alex Bergeron out of Drummondville, Quebec, Canada, the Team ABR number 12. And your final starter out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, it's going to be car number 10, Steven Wilson. Going to be shotgun on the field. Wilson able to put it in the main event last week. We'll see if he can do it again here from the 9th starting spot.
We're going to come back to green this time by reminder. 4 heat races, top 4 advance. The balance are going to go to a last chance qualifier, 1 of 2. And we'll take the top 2 from each of those last chance races to lock in to the 50-lap feature, where we will start 20 of these 34 cars that are attempting to get in. Pace truck is in, and Blake Majulis on the hammer. Green flag flies. We're underway for the first of 10 laps in heat race number 1, and already a little bit of contact as they fan out 4 wide.
Yeah, there goes Dylan Yeager underneath the 25 of Zach McSwain, trying to take the 2nd spot. He's going to have it off at turn number 4. McSwain fighting back on the outside, riding on board with the 66 right here. Tyler Worley running in the 4th and final transfer spot behind them, trying to sort it out. Bergeron to the outside of Nathan Waddell. They're racing for the 6th position, but up front it's all about Blake Majulis, last week's 3rd place finisher.
Worley tried to get to the inside, but he'll go to the outside as the 13 in behind of Travis St. Clair begins to take that little look to the inside, but nothing doing there. Leader Majulis continues just to get that little bit of an edge out. As you look at Tyler Worley, he tries to get up on the wheel. He's got a little bit of competition at the inside.
Yeah, the 13's right there. Travis St. Clair, green and black machine, in behind the 66 of Worley. Everybody kind of single file in this, kind of like what we saw last week, Tim, as the track still has quite a bit of grip left to it. So the middle of the racetrack going to be fast early on in these heat race, but here at Cedar Lake, this place is known for being very patchy, very slick, and it's tough to get a grip on this place once the feature rolls around. Here comes Worley trying to make a move for the transfer spot.
Worley on the outside, St. Clair on the inside. St. Clair's been looking these last couple laps. Chase was to the outside, goes to the inside, and almost a little contact in behind as the 5 tries to get one more of Waddell, but can't get up there. And now there's a little bit of breathing room for 4th and 5th. Change in front of them as the 25 of McSwain looking for position number 2.
Yeah, the 48 of Yeager got the wall entering turn 3 the last time by. McSwain will take advantage of that, but they're still side by side for 2nd. And each one of these spots is very important here, Tim, because everybody you pass in this heat race inside of a transfer spot will move you up 4 starting spots in the feature grid. And the 48 and the 25 know it. They're trying to get up to that 2nd spot. Meanwhile, Majulis driving away into the New Richmond, Wisconsin sunset. The white flag is out this time by.
Final lap of competition in this heat race. Battle for position number 5 behind the transfer spot. Up in front, Blake Majulis going to come through 3 and 4, and he will take the victory in this one. The side-by-side battle was for 3rd. Top 4 clean and clear through that one, and Worley, after being challenged early in the race, is going to come home with 4th and not have to go to a last chance showdown.
Yeah, your race winner in that one, the 127 of Blake Majulis by just under a second over the 48 of Dylan Yeager. The third spot went to Zach McSwain in 25.66. Tyler Worley, the final transfer in heat race number 1. St. Clair, Waddell, Sieber, Bergeron, Wilson, all going to a last chance showdown later on tonight. As we get set to go, heat race number 2, looking at the grid for this one on the pole, going to be car number 14. That's J.D. Brown out of Bakersfield, California, the Slick Sim Sport entry. Outside of him, that's where you're going to find car number 80, Dylan Wilson, the D1RT Racing entry, also out of Bakersfield, California. Run number 2 on the inside, car number 18, Cameron Kaysen for Ryco Motorsports. He's out of Dallas, Georgia. And outside of him, this guy, very impressive in the feature last week, Barrett Bishop for CFM Esports out of Mount Holly, North Carolina, car number 3. Row 3 on the inside, number 157, that'll be Drew Hopkins. Also for CFM Esports, Rockcastle, Kentucky's where he calls home. Outside of him, it's Manchester, PA's Logan Rumsey in car number 41, rolling off from the 6th position. Row number 4, that's the 20 car of Austin Sessions for Mid-South Mafia out of Longdale, Oklahoma. And outside of him, it's going to be car number 79, Blake Murray for Ryco Motorsports out of Gaffney, South Carolina. Your final driver in this one will be car number 50, Joe Cease for Warrior Racing. He's out of Greencastle, Pennsylvania. Once again, 9 cars going for 10 laps, just the top 4 moving straight into tonight's feature event.
And if you want to start your racing career, be sure to head to iRacing.com, log in. New memberships 40% off. You can't beat it. Head to iRacing.com and get your racing career started. And who knows, Chase, you can see yourself racing with these boys on a Monday night. Field looks great as we get ready to roll these guys momentarily. The first heat was fairly clean. No major issues. We kind of saw a couple of set twos last week in these heat races, but we'll see what transfers in here, and there is the payouts. We're racing for a little bit of money this evening, $300, $200, and $100 when it comes to feature competition, but $10,000 to win this championship this season as race number 2 is set to take off tonight.
Yeah, who will be the champion here in 2022? We've had 3 previous seasons of this series. Zach Leonhardi won in 2018, Blake Majulis 2019, Hayden Cardwell in 2020. Took a few years off, and now we are back here with the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series. Once again, $10,000 to win, $4,000, $2,000, $1,000, $500 for 5th in the point standings, all the way down to 10th. And the top 15 in the point standings at the end of the season, at the end of these 10 races, Tim, they will retain that pro license status and be able to come back for 2023.
And that is just as important, to not have to go through the qualification rounds to get back in to this series. As the sun begins to set, we will work our way into nighttime here at Cedar Lake as the pace truck will get ready to peel off this next time by, and we'll get ready with heat race number 2 to lock 4 more drivers into tonight's 50-lap feature. And reminder, when we get to that 50-lap feature, it'll be green flag laps only, as J.D. Brown and Dylan Wilson will get ready to come to green in heat race number 2 for the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series, powered by iRacing. Green flag back in the air, and already a battle for second as we see the 18 of Kaysen go to the inside.
Yeah, that's Cameron Kaysen, car number 18, like you mentioned, to the inside of Dylan Wilson. Up front, the top 2 occupy, first and second. They're both out of Bakersfield, California. Interesting how that worked out, but Kaysen trying to work the inside, and he's going to do it very well right there, Tim. Gets by Dylan Wilson, and now trying to look for the race lead. The winner of this heat race starts on the outside of the front row, and Kaysen is rolling some hot bottom right now.
And Bishop trying to follow suit in that blue number 3 car as well, as he moves to the inside to try to pick it up. Almost a little bit of contact, and almost 3 wide. How about it? Down into corner number 3 as they continue on to battle for this one. And across the stripe, it is Kaysen up in front, but Bishop, who followed him through, is going to try to follow through to the lead.
Now, last week, Barrett Bishop drove from 19th to 6th in the feature at Fairbury. In the LCS, he drove from 9th to 2nd. Barrett Bishop, the qualifying series champion, to get into the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series. And now he's looking strong here in this heat race, trying to get by Cameron Kaysen. Both of these drivers rookies to the series in 2022. Behind them, Dylan Wilson, who finished 2nd in the 2020 championship standings, trying to get up there and challenge for the second.
And you see Logan Rumsey there. He wants to get up here and have a little bit of insurance. Currently running in position number 4. Got about a half car length or so, if that's anything, behind him as a fan out 3 wide for 5th.
Yeah, J.D. Brown, not sure what happened to him. He started on the pole of this thing, has slipped back to 5th and not going to transfer into the feature at this point in time. 2 laps to go that time by for Cameron Kaysen. Now we got to move to the inside for the 80 of Dylan Wilson, the D1RT Racing entry, trying to take second away from Barrett Bishop. And get back in line, get back to the top of the racetrack in 3 and 4. 2 to go this time by.
There's J.D. Brown. He's trying to find something here to the inside. Trying to find something. He's going to make that run to the outside on the cushion. Can't seem to get there. Down to the inside one more time on Rumsey. Trying to make this happen, but he might have to throw a Hail Mary here as they come by to take the white.
J.D. Brown with the Logan CV t-shirt on here tonight. Love to see that as the checkered's coming out this time by the 18 of Cameron Kaysen, looking to score his first heat race win of his career. Slider behind him. Kaysen's got a win. Bishop in second, but it was Logan Rumsey trying to put a move on Dylan Wilson for third. Wilson able to cross back underneath of him and take that position with Rumsey in fourth. We'll take a look at the results here as Cameron Kaysen scores his first career heat race win. Barrett Bishop in second, Wilson third, Rumsey fourth, and then it was J.D. Brown, Drew Hopkins, Austin Sessions, Blake Murray, Joe Cease, 5th through 9th, heading off to a last chance showdown, Tim.
We're going to give you an opportunity to catch your breath as we will up here. We're going to step away for just a moment. We'll bring you back to 2 more heat races. This is the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series powered by iRacing.
They're Outlaws, the best of the best. World of Outlaws Case Construction Late Models. The most powerful stock cars on the planet. Every night's a shootout, so don't miss the intense ground-pounding action. It's the Quad Cities 150, presented by Hooker Trucking at Davenport Speedway. 3 nights, August 25th through the 27th. See World of Outlaws Late Model Superstars battle for huge payouts as fenders fly and tempers rise. Thursday through Saturday, August 25th to the 27th, Davenport Speedway. Tickets at worldofoutlaws.com or call 844-DIRT-TICKS. Be there! The Outlaws are coming. It's the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars. High-speed, daring wing sprint cars take on the Federated Auto Parts Raceway in the most challenging race on tour, the Ironman 55, presented by the Festus Tourism Commission. Plus, Ironman weekend is even bigger with the Extreme Outlaw Midgets presented by Toyota, August 5th and 6th at Federated Auto Parts Raceway. Tickets at worldofoutlaws.com. Call 844-DIRT-TICKS. Be there!
Welcome back to Cedar Lake Speedway as we get ready to roll heat race number 3 for this evening's racing action. And Chase, who is taking part in this one?
Yeah, how about one of our rookie contenders on the pole of this one, Mike Augustine in car number 19 out of Danville, Pennsylvania, lead him to green outside of him. Car number 82, that'll be Desmond Busby. He's out of Stockton, California, the D1RT Racing entry. Inside of row number 2, that'll be the 113. That's Jaden Kraus. He's out of Louisville, Kentucky. Row number 2 on the outside, the 52 car, James Edens for Swindell Speed Lab Esports out of Santa Rosa, California. Row number 3, 2 guys that had good runs last weekend, but will be starting outside of transfer spots. The 21 of Damian Kiefer. He's in the Apex Industries number 21 out of Bloomsdale, Missouri, and outside of him, the number 00 car of Kendall Tucker. Tucker coming to us out of Mount Airy, North Carolina in the Swindell Speed Lab Esports entry. 4th and final row, the 38 machine. That's going to be Travis Oldfield for Elite Performance Industries out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And the number 2 of Jesse Wall will round out the field in this one for Ryco Motorsports. Wall out of Boiling Springs, South Carolina. So in my opinion here, Tim, all eyes going to be on row number 3, Damian Kiefer, Kendall Tucker. Kiefer, I want to say, rounded out the field in 4th last week. That is correct. And the 00 of Kendall Tucker with a 5th place run. So 2 drivers in the top 5 last week going to have to make their way into a transfer spot in this heat race.
Take a look at the duct tape numbers on Jaden Krause's car on the 113. They had a team change here this week, so I guess they must have lost the number font on that race car. So slap a little bit of tape on it and let's go racing. It doesn't have to look pretty to go fast. Top 4 advance from this one. We'll take one more heat race number 4, and take the top 4, and then 2 last chance qualifiers for 12 laps each to lock in the final 4 competitors between the 2 races for a 50-lap feature. So halfway through heat races here this evening, and Mike Augustine was quick in practice, was 2nd quick in practice, 3rd quick overall in qualifying, which gives him the pole for heat race number 3. The rookie driver was 12th last week in round number 1, trying to move up a little bit on the chart and get himself some championship points here. The best way to do it would be to win heat race number 3, and he is already gone. Green flag flies, we're underway.
And championship points are allowed, or not allowed, but they are awarded, I should say, in the heat races. We're 3 wide for 3rd, and we're side by side for the lead. Desmond Busby to the inside of Augustine, going to throw a slider, not going to clear it. Augustine drives back around him. Behind him, the 52 of James Edens gets by the 113 of Jaden Kraus as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. Edens off the wall, Kraus back to the inside, side by side for 3rd into turn 3.
And they're lining up in behind, trying to pick up one of those transfer spots. 00 Kendall Tucker moves to the inside to try to pick up one more. Kraus on the inside throwing. One more trying to pick up. One more spot, slides into line and barely makes it work in behind. They're battling for fourth, currently occupied by Edens.
Yeah, everybody kind of working that top side of the racetrack right now, but once the track slicks off, the top is going to be right up against the wall, and that's when you'll see the bottom of the racetrack come in the shorter way around as Busby's trying to take the race lead away. 19, Mike Augustine on the outside as you look on from Damian Kiefer. The 82 of Busby's trying to work the bottom side of the racetrack here, and he's going to nose the head down the back straightaway. We've got a race for the lead.
Good to see Damian has made his bed here and trying to get into this feature and try to pick up a couple of more spots, but he has got to get going as he sees the 00 in front of him. Change for the lead up in front. Busby tries to take it away from Augustine. Augustine fighting back on the outside.
Phenomenal action at the front of the field. Who's going to lead this lap? It looks like it was Augustine, I believe. The 19 does lead lap. No, it was Busby. Busby took the lead on lap number 7. Augustine noses back ahead into turn number 3 to 82 on the inside, 19 outside. Behind them, also side by side, the 00 of Tucker and the 113 of Kraus.
Tucker is doing work to the inside to go back into position number 4, and he's trying to get a little bit more, as is Augustine and Busby. They're still fighting for the lead. They come by this time and have 2 laps to go.
Man, oh man, who is going to win heat race number 3? Who's going to start third in the feature tonight? Desmond Busby and the 19 of Mike Augustine, 2 rookies off of turn number 4. Busby noses ahead. Will he try and slide into the corner and get the line away from the 19 of Augustine? The answer is no, as they work down the back straightaway. 19's got to run. Who's going to win this one, Tim?
Augustine on the outside, cool, calm, and collected, but Busby to the inside, going to be close at the line. Give it to Desmond Busby at the stripe. Augustine going to have to settle for second, and then we had a battle in behind them for third at the end.
Wow, that was good stuff right there. A photo finish, and it will beat Desmond Busby by 3/100ths of a second over Mike Augustine. Jaden Kraus in third, Kendall Tucker fourth, and then these 4 drivers going to have to try and get out of the LCS. James Edens, Damian Kiefer, Jesse Wall, and Travis Oldfield. So get set to go for heat race number 4, the final one of the night. On the pole, how about this front row? The finishers first and second last week, but on the pole, the 33 car of Evan C. out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. That's the CFM Esports number 33. And outside of him, the 07, Hayden Cardwell out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Row number 2 on the inside, it's going to be car number 4, Justin Norwood for 3D Racing out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And outside of him, it's car number 0 for House of Speed Esports out of Smith Station, Alabama, Christopher McGuire. Row 3, it's car number 12, Ben Countermarsh from ButtKicker Racing out of Union, Kentucky, and outside of him, the 46 machine. That'll be Matthew Selby for Powerhouse Performance. He's out of Louisville, Kentucky. Row number 4, it's going to be the 55 car of Cruz Caudell for House of Speed Esports out of Clarksville, Georgia. And your final starter in this one, car number 23, Chase Barbara, also for House of Speed Esports from Ponchatoula, Louisiana. He'll be your final starter in heat race number 4. But how about that front row? They are ready to continue that battle from last week.
It's kind of funny how that all works as you see the schedule on your screen. We mentioned 10 races and some iconic dirt tracks on this one. We're going to go to Eldora next week, work our way to Williams Grove, and the rest of the schedule on your screen. But kind of funny how this all works. C and Cardwell battling it out for that top spot last week. Going to do it here in this heat race. And you mentioned each spot is 4 spots when it comes to this starting grid for the feature later on, Chase. So you better believe they're both going to be up on the wheel to get that advantage going into the main event.
Yeah, and if memory serves correct, last week in the heat race at Fairbury, Hayden Cardwell made kind of a desperate move there in the heat race to get by Blake Majulis. It wasn't for the heat race win, it was for second, but we know Cardwell is not going to mess around. Maybe a little bit of a rivalry developing there between Cardwell and Majulis, the 2 former series champions. Remember, Majulis in his post-race interview was not too happy with how the 07 was driving him. So we know these 2 guys up front, they're aggressive. They're going to want to win this heat race because if they don't win it, they're going to be starting back in the 8th position for the feature. If they do win it, they will start 4th in the feature. And, 4 spots on the A-main starting grid, that can prove to be a lot. Remember back to last week, Majulis had to start from 9th. He got to 3rd, but he was telling us in Victory Lane or in his interview that if he would have started more towards the front, he maybe would have had a shot to win.
50 laps is going to go by quick when it comes to the feature race. So you do not want to start middle of the pack if you can prevent it, and obviously here you can start in position number 4 if you take away the win in heat race number 4 as the field works down and gets ready to come to green this time with the 33 of Evan C. to the inside and Hayden Cardwell to the outside. They will continue the battle that we started 1 week ago, and they are on the hammer already. C is going to take the advantage. Green flag flies.
We've seen the track is pretty racy so far. 2 lanes of racing. We saw Busby take the win in the last one on the bottom. Evan C. is going to go down there. He must have been watching the last heat race as we ride on board with last week's feature winner, the 2020 Series champion Hayden Cardwell to the inside of Evan C. We're already going at it. Slider for the top spot across the nose of C, who crosses back underneath of him, and Norwood wants to join the fun as they're going 3 wide for the lead off of turn number 4.
Norwood says why not, goes to the inside, has McGuire on his back bumper as they battle it out for that top spot, and not only the top spot, the spot to transfer as well. Little contact up front. It's going to allow Norwood to go to the lead.
You've got a new race leader. Justin Norwood takes it away as Cardwell got into the back bumper of Evan C. at the end of the back straightaway, and Norwood, who would have thought he was going to take the lead in this thing? The driver who started 3rd on the grid, and now Cardwell back to the inside of Evan C. They know that they are in trouble now, Tim. Whoever finishes 3rd is going to start way at the back of the field in this one. C is going to try and get up the racetrack, but can't clear him. Cardwell drives around him.
And oh, by the way, McGuire is still digging to that inside, trying to make this a 3-way dance for position number 2. Selby has worked his way up, and he's looking almost to the inside and maybe in the middle to try to pick up a transfer.
Cardwell way upstairs in turn 1, nearly clobbered the wall right there as Norwood very smooth and straight around the inside of the racetrack. Now C back to the inside, looks like he's going to try and slide up as Cardwell hits the wall, and he's going to lose several spots down the backstretch. He's going to get into it with a Cruz Cudell, and Cardwell, the championship leader, is going to fall all the way to the tail of the field.
And he is going to have to work his way up potentially through a last chance showdown as the field comes by this time. And we'll have 2 laps to go this next time by. C at chasing down Norwood. We got a battle side by side for 3rd.
Man, oh man, that is huge implications there for Hayden Cardwell as he's trying to fight back towards the front of the field, but he's only going to have 1 lap left as they come across the line this time by Justin Norwood, another rookie driver looking to win a heat race here tonight at Cedar Lake Speedway. Evan C. not close enough to put a move on him here, Tim.
Right place, right time as Justin Norwood comes through corners number 3 and 4, and Norwood will finish ahead of C. C gave it a run at the end in turn 4, but not enough as Norwood will pick up the heat race victory. What a show.
Yeah, wow, that's some wild stuff going on there in that one. And Norwood, kind of the guy we weren't expecting to win. I thought it was going to be C or Cardwell. He gets the job done. C 2nd, Selby 3rd, and McGuire ends up in 4th. Then Barbara, Cardwell, Caudell, and Countermarsh all going to a last chance showdown, which will be coming up here in just a few minutes.
That does it for our 4 heat races. We are going to step away for just a moment and bring you back to 2 last chance qualifiers to qualify the final 4 into tonight's round from Cedar Lake.
It's where the legends are born and heroes are made. There will be thrills. There will be chills. The NOS Energy Drink Knoxville Nationals presented by Casey's. It's sprint car racing's biggest week, and the only place to watch it live is on Dirt Vision. They'll come from all over the world for a shot at immortality. The NOS Energy Drink Knoxville Nationals, August 10th through the 13th. Live only on DirtVision.com. The greatest shows on dirt have the best fan gear in motorsports. Show your support for World of Outlaws sprints and late models. Go to worldofoutlaws.com and make your way to the Buy Now section in the upper right corner. You'll find hats, shirts, hoodies, and other great souvenirs for all fans. Spend $50 or more to get free shipping. Shop anytime at worldofoutlaws.com. This November, dirt racing's most celebrated stars align in an electrifying spectacle. The World of Outlaws World Finals. All dirt roads lead to Charlotte as the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, World of Outlaws Case Late Models, and Super Dirt Car Series Big Blocks collide. 4 action-packed nights, 3 season champions. Get your tickets now. November 2nd through the 5th at the dirt track at Charlotte.
Back from Cedar Lake Speedway and round number 2 of the 2022 World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series, powered by iRacing. Chase, we've got 4 heat races in the books. Let's go with 2 last chance qualifiers. First one is on the grid.
Yep, 12 laps, as you can see right there. The top 2 in both of these will move on to the back of tonight's feature event. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for LCS number 1. It looks like the 13 car, Travis St. Clair, going to be on the pole of this one. Outside of him is the 52 car of James Edens. Row 2, car number 5, Nathan Waddell, and outside of him the 21 car, Damian Kiefer. Third row, the 357, that's going to be Cody Sieber, and outside of him, car number 2, Jesse Wall. Behind those guys in row number 4, the number 12 of Alex Bergeron, and outside of him, the 38 machine, Travis Oldfield. Final starter, car number 10, that's going to be Steven Wilson, shotgun on the field, starting from the 9th spot. And Tim, it's just crazy to me to think that Alex Bergeron could potentially open up the 2022 World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series without making the first 2 feature events.
Yeah, that would be huge. He's got some work to do in this one to try to climb from 7th place. He's got to get to 2nd. He's got 12 laps to do it, but as we've seen, you have to get on it and get on it early in order to pick up these positions. Travis St. Clair was quick when it come to that heat race, and for more information on this series, schedules, standings, how to race in this series, all the information that you need, you can find it at iRacing.com/WOOLM. And the standings might have a little bit of a shakeup after this one, especially if, a guy like Alex Bergeron can't make the show for the 2nd consecutive week.
Or if Hayden Cardwell can't make it, came into the night as the point leader. He's going to be in the next LCS, so this is going to be an interesting night here. These LCS is going to have a lot riding on them as the lights are out on top of the iRacing safety truck here. We're going to have one more, or actually we're going to go green the next time by 13 car Travis St. Clair, who was last week's, 20th place finisher in the feature event. James Edens did not make the feature event last week, and that's your front row as we go off of turn number 4. 12 laps, top 2 moving on.
Green flag flies, and we are underway as the 5 of Waddell already looking to the inside. They fan out in behind, but the top 2 are the ones that are going to transfer in. Edens has the position, but he is challenged by 2 others behind.
Yeah, the 21 of Damian Kiefer got to watch for as well. Last week's 5th place finisher came into the night pretty far up there in the point standings, and right now, if he was to finish like this, he would not be competing in tonight's 50-lap feature event. Now Waddell gets by him and is now challenging for 2nd into turn number 1.
Edens has company on the left rear as Kiefer tries to kind of rattle and kind of knock at the door of the 52 of Edens, and to the inside goes that 5 of Waddell. They are all battling for 2nd. St. Clair has about a car length advantage on this 3-way dance for the final transfer position.
Edens goes to the middle of the racetrack, opens the door there, I thought for a moment, for Damian Kiefer, who's trying to find a way by, but right now, Tim, when they're side by side in front, it's going to be tough to make the pass. Kiefer diamonds it off the corner, but just nowhere to go. Waddell is on the bottom, and Edens right, look at this move right here around the outside of James Edens. Oh, they're going to get together.
Contact sends them around, but we still continue racing. Waddell now has that little bit of an advantage. Kiefer still maintains position number 3, but does he have enough time and enough real estate to get up here and battle for a transfer spot?
I gotta imagine there's some damage on the number 21 car of Damian Kiefer riding on board right now with number 2 Jesse Wall. He's back in 4th. Up front, it's all about Travis St. Clair and Nathan Waddell. The top 2 have pulled out to about a 0.7 of a second advantage over the 21 of Kiefer. Only 4 laps to go. Things are not looking good here for the 21 of Kiefer.
Waddell continues to pull away from the 21 of Kiefer and keeps St. Clair honest up in front. Goes down to the inside, checks that middle groove, and St. Clair dedicated to that high side and holding on to that top spot as Waddell tries to make something happen here. He's got a little bit of insurance back to position number 3. Kiefer is driving the wheels off this thing, trying to pick it up.
Yeah, Kiefer's coming right now. He was a 10th faster the last 2 laps. And the number 5 of Nathan Waddell. He's going to, if he gets there, he's going to be just in time. The white flag next time by. That time by 0.2 faster was Damian Kiefer. Can he reel in Nathan Waddell? Now 2 car lengths separating back into turn number 3. White flag this time by.
Ripping the cushion, but does he have enough to get there? And can he make a last lap pass to transfer? Needs to be perfect. Waddell moves to the outside. Kiefer moves to the inside. Side by side. Final transfer spot on the line. And Kiefer may pull this off here. He will on the last lap pass. Damian Kiefer moves to 2nd. It's behind Travis St. Clair, who wins last chance qualifier number 1.
What a move right there. He used every lap of that one to get the job done. Travis St. Clair wins, but Damian Kiefer, the storyline in that one, he's going to be in the show tonight. Nathan Waddell, Jesse Wall, Stephen Wilson, James Edens, Cody Seaver, Travis Oldfield, and Alex Bergeron, the rest of the field. Just St. Clair and Kiefer moving on. Final LCS of the night before we get right into tonight's feature event. Take a look at that starting lineup. On the pole, the number 14 of J.D. Brown. Car number 14 outside of him, the 23 of Chase Barbara. Row number 2, 157, that's going to be Drew Hopkins. And outside of him, keep your eye on this guy, came into tonight as the championship point leader, the 07 car of Hayden Cardwell. Row 3 on the inside, car number 20, Austin Sessions, and the 55, Cruz Caudell. And then back behind them in row number 4, the 79, Blake Murray, and the number 12, Ben Countermarsh. And rounding out the field for this one, the number 50 car, Joe Cease. Obviously, all eyes going to be on the 07 here for this one, Tim.
Keep your eye on the 14 as well, though. J.D. Brown started on the pole of his heat race and fell back to 5th by the time it was all said and done. Beautiful day here at Cedar Lake, 67 degrees, wind just fairly light, and track temp 63 degrees, partly cloudy. As the sun continues to set, we will be in darkness, I'm sure, before the end of the feature event. So keep your eye on J.D. Brown and see if he can hold a transfer position this time. And Hayden Cardwell has some time to get up here and make some ground. This is the final chance to qualify in for the feature coming up at 50 laps.
You see right there in the background, one of the unique things about this racetrack, you get the motorhomes, the campers right up there outside of turns 3 and 4 where the fans can, just put up the lawn chair right there. They're not in the grandstands. They're just, some of those guys can look out their front windshield of their motorhome and watch the races. That's one unique thing about the Cedar Lake Speedway. You get a good look at it high above on the back straightaway, oh yeah, that is the front. That's the back straightaway. Sorry, I get a little bit mixed up there, Tim. But that's another cool thing right there is you got fans on both sides of this racetrack. I love going to Cedar Lake Speedway in real life. Beautiful track. Definitely a bucket list item. And you can race this track on the new World of Outlaws dirt racing game coming out on September 27th.
And head over to worldofoutlaws.game.com. 40-plus tracks. There are a few that are already announced, including Cedar Lake. You're going to have the opportunity to get your hands on that game on September 27th. And Eldora next week that we are racing with this ButtKicker Late Model Series is also on the World of Outlaws dirt racing game as the field works its way around. They'll come by this time to 1 to go. And final chance for these drivers to make a statement and get into the show. We will take the top 2 in. J.D. Brown on the pole position will set the pace, trying to lock himself in after starting in a transfer position in his heat race, failing to qualify in through that heat. Will start in first in this final last chance qualifier at Cedar Lake to qualify for round number 2 of the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series, powered by iRacing Pace Truck, in field and command of J.D. Brown as they round 3 and 4 and getting ready to see the green right here. There it is. Green flag in the air. We're underway.
12 laps final. And we got one. Cardwell up on top of the wall. And my goodness, the championship leader immediately to the back of the field. Got a shot in the shorts right there from Cruz Caudell. And he jumped on top of the wall, came back down. But I'd have to think there's some damage to that race car up front. It's all about car number 14, J.D. Brown. The race is on for second, though.
Yeah, he's got a long way to go now as that battle for second continues on. Chase looking to the outside. Inside, we've got the 157 of Drew Hopkins. Little contact to the outside, and there goes J.D. Brown, and he's going to fall to 5th as out of nowhere, Drew Hopkins is going to hop to the top spot.
Yeah, Hopkins now to the race lead. Behind him, Chase Barbara. Then in the 3rd spot, Austin Sessions, Blake Murray 4th, and in 5th. Oh, a little contact there between the 79 and the 55. They're still going at it. They're going to wreck each other down the back straightaway. 55 gets turned around. We stay green. No cautions in the lower main events as Hopkins has got 7 laps to go up front in 157.
They saved all the excitement for this final last chance qualifier. Top 2 trying to break away. Sessions trying to make up some ground and try to pull off one of those last lap passes in the ballpark right now. They'll come by this X time by and be halfway through LCQ number 2. Sessions, Barbara, and Hopkins, your top 3 as they try to settle this amongst themselves as you ride on with Chase Barbara trying to pick up the lead.
Barbara, the House of Speed Esports, number 23 out of Ponchatoula, Louisiana, right now in second, but challenge from behind. Austin Sessions, there you see him in that green car, trying to make a move. Now he goes to the top of the racetrack. Barbara down low, gonna have 3, actually 4 to go this time by, and Sessions with a run to the back bumper down into turn number 1. 23 car's got to be looking at his rearview mirror. Actually, that was off of turn number 4 right there. So 3 to go that time by, and Sessions trying to set up a move here on Chase Barbara.
Sessions has been searching the last few laps. He's got to that back bumper of Barbara, and now Barbara begins to maybe run a little bit of defense and try to keep that green and white number 20 in behind as they continue to battle. Drew Hopkins has pulled away just a wee bit. Sessions trying to make something happen. They'll come by this time with 2 laps to go. Barbara trying to lock himself in, and Sessions goes up to the top side.
Sessions got to try something else here if he wants to transfer in. He tries working the high side of the speedway in 1 and 2, back to the inside in 3 and 4, all over Chase Barbara. Down the front straightaway, the white flag is out. Sessions going to try and build momentum to the final corner right here, Tim. I don't think it's going to work out, but we'll see what happens here. Sessions is going to not make a desperate maneuver here. Drew Hopkins is going to get the win, followed by Chase Barbara. The top 2 going to transfer in.
And Sessions is going to fall to 3rd at the end of this one and fall out of the feature event. And everybody else behind it seems like Chase had some sort of issue in this one.
Yeah, Sessions in 3rd, Brown in 4th, Murray, Seas, Countermarsh, Caudell. And the biggest storyline there, Hayden Cardwell, last week's opening round winner, will not be in the 50-lap feature event here tonight from Cedar Lake Speedway. Wow, was not expecting to see that.
20 cars getting ready to grid momentarily. We will step away and set you up for round number 2 of the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series powered by iRacing.
Dirt Racing will be available September 27th on the Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5.
Welcome back as the final couple of hot laps being put down onto the Cedar Lake Speedway. We've got 4 heat races in, 2 last chance qualifiers, and now we are about to bring you a 50-lap feature in Chase. It has been quite the evening so far as we get ready for round number 2.
Yeah, you see these drivers getting a couple hot laps in here. There was some track prep right there during that break, Tim, as they laid a little water down, got the tillers out. They got this thing juiced up a little bit for the start of this feature, but knowing Cedar Lake Speedway, we know it's going to slick off in a hurry, and that's when you'll see 2 and 3 wide racing, sliders, the whole thing, everything what you want to see, what you're tuned in for here tonight. I want to thank everybody for watching on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, DirtVision.com. We are set for a great night, a great feature event here for round number 2 of this World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series.
And as we can see, the lights have come on around this Cedar Lake Speedway, and you can take a look at the track map one more time. Beautiful facility that has provided some great racing to us here this evening in New Richmond, Wisconsin. First race at this track for this World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series powered by iRacing. Built in 1956, Wisconsin's fastest piece of real estate, and Chase, some big racing coming up this weekend too.
Yeah, beautiful 3/8 mile facility here, and yeah, this weekend the real-life World of Outlaws Case Construction Late Model Series for the USA Nationals. You can watch that on DirtVision.com. $50,000 to win, one of the crown jewels, and one of the few tracks, as you can see right there in the infield, one of the few tracks in dirt racing that has a little bit of a pond down there. A few years ago, Tim, I actually went fishing down there and caught a 9/16 wrench out of the pond. Good memories.
Did you frame it?
I did not frame it. I don't remember what happened to the wrench, but it's probably sitting down there in the infield by the pond. Maybe I threw it back in. I can't remember. But we're about ready, it looks like, for tonight's feature event, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at this starting grid on the pole. The 2019 Series champion, the 127 car of Blake Majulis. Outside of him, rookie contender, the number 18 of Cameron Kaysen. Row number 2, the 82 of Desmond Busby out of Stockton, California. And outside of him, it's car number 4, Justin Norwood. Row 3, the 48 of Hamilton Township, New Jersey. That's going to be Dylan Yeager. And outside of him, it's car number 3. That's Barrett Bishop out of Mount Holly, North Carolina. Row 4, car number 19, that's Mike Augustine. And outside of him, out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, car 33, Evan C. Row 5, it's going to be Zach McSwain in car number 25 out of Mooresboro, North Carolina. And outside of him, out of Bakersfield, California, car number 80D, Dylan Wilson. Row 6, out of Louisville, Kentucky, the 113, that's young Jaden Krause. And outside of him, the 46, Matthew Selby, also out of Louisville, Kentucky. Row number 7, on the inside, that's going to be car number 66. That's Tyler Worley out of Genevieve, Missouri for Ryco Motorsports. And outside of him, one of our young guns as well, the 41 of Logan Rumsey out of Manchester, Pennsylvania for Slick Sim Sport. Inside row number 8, it's going to be the series veteran, the 00 of Kendall Tucker from Mount Airy, North Carolina. And outside of him, the number 0, that will be Christopher McGuire out of Smith Station, Alabama. Row 9, the 13T winner of LCS number 1, Travis St. Clair, and winner of LCS number 2, the 157 car of Drew Hopkins out of Rockcastle, Kentucky. Your final 2 cars here in this one, the number 21 of Damian Kiefer out of Bloomsdale, Missouri, and outside of him, the 23, Chase Barbara from Ponchatoula, Louisiana for House of Speed Esports. So 20 cars, 50 laps, 300 to win, 200 for second, $100 for third.
And as we saw in that lineup, there are a few names that are missing, some that missed their second consecutive race, some of them that are up there in the championship that are watching from the house here this evening, and check on those standings, schedule, how to get involved in this series, all the information that you need, iRacing.com/WOOLM for all the information on the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series powered by iRacing and Chase. 2 pace laps. Then we're going racing for 50 laps. Keep in mind, the caution flags do not count, or the caution laps do not count. There are the live points as they sit on the right-hand side of your screen.
Yeah, you can see the 07 of Cardwell nowhere to be found in that one after entering as the point leader. 127, Blake Majulis, Evan C., Dylan Yeager, Barrett Bishop, Cameron Kaysen right now the top 5 as they run before this feature gets fired off. And Majulis in a great spot here to pull out to a pretty sizable advantage. We'll see if Evan C. can get up there and challenge him in car number 33, but he's coming from way back on the outside of row number 4, so he's going to have some work to do. Can we see a Rookie of the Year contender get the win here tonight with Kaysen right there, Busby's there, Norwood's there, and Bishop as well? This could be interesting, Tim, as the pace car about to pull off.
We've got some good opportunities to see it, but Blake Majulis on the hammer. Round number 2 of the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series, powered by iRacing is green, and they're already fanning out. I was going to say behind Majulis, but here comes Kaysen taking that look to the inside of him. Busby looking for position number 2.
And Busby right back to the inside of the racetrack where we saw him steal that win earlier on in the heat race. He likes it down there, and he's running in the 3rd spot. Behind him, the number 4 of Justin Norwood. The yellow is going to come out. A couple cars getting together. One of them looks to be Drew Hopkins, possibly Christopher McGuire, and the 25 of Zach McSwain. We'll try and get a replay pulled up here as the yellow is out on lap number 2. A little bit different from last week, Tim, when we went, I want to say, 26 lap screen right off the bat.
Yeah, it was half the feature before we saw the first caution flag 1 week ago, but they are getting at it early, and lap number 2 we'll see our first caution flag. And a reminder, as we mentioned off the top, the caution laps do not count towards our 50 lap. As we take a look at the replay, and Chase, we're going to see what transpired here, and we're going to keep our eye on the drivers in the ring, and there is the 0. It looks like a McGuire.
Yeah, Christopher McGuire right here heading down the back straightaway to the inside, to the front stretch, to the inside of Zach McSwain. They get together just slightly, stacks him up behind. The 157 of Drew Hopkins gets into the side of McGuire, and then Chase Barbara kind of finished him off there. So a little bit of a domino effect on the inside of turn number 1. And this is one of the more unique tracks as far as the bottom of the racetrack goes. You can see them down there, those tires, Tim. It's kind of like a little truck tire that's halfway buried under the ground, and you can run over those tires with relatively no consequences. But if you hit them more like with the left rear tire, if you get too far underneath them, That'll kind of turn that car sideways, and maybe that was what we saw between McGuire and McSwain. But they're coming back to the green flag right now. We're back underway.
Majula's kind of held up Kaysen to that outside line in the middle of 3 and 4 and got on it, stabbed the gas, and we are back underway, and we are back seeing a battle for position number 2 as Kaysen and Busby going to go at it for the runner-up spot.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, I think, to catch Blake Majulis. Just has been around for so long. He doesn't really make mistakes too often, as Kaysen and Busby, 2 rookies, trying to land themselves on the podium positions here tonight. 2 by 2 for multiple rows, at least 5 rows back, Tim.
They are trying to figure out second place on back as they continue to work around this Cedar Lake Speedway. Majula's up in front. Everybody else seemingly has a dancing partner right now.
Yeah, this is pretty good right now as the track's still looking to lose a little bit of that moisture. It's still pretty hooked up right now. By the end of this race, it is going to be black slick. Guys will be right up next to the wall or right down by those tires. There goes Busby with a slider up across the nose of Kaysen. Busby's to second. Kaysen turns it back to the inside. He'll return the favor with his own slider, but Busby's going to drive around him on the outside.
Busby trying to take sole possession of the runner-up position. Norwood behind, battling with Yeager side by side. Bishop as the outside line backs up a little bit with Busby. They're 3 and almost 4 wide coming out of the corner, and Busby trying to make up for lost time as he gets back to the back bumper of Kaysen. Yeager to the inside, looking to pick up what he can on that inside.
Yeah, Yeager looking good right now as you look off the back bumper of your race leader, Blake Majulis. They go side by side back into turn number 3, the 48 of Yeager on the inside, 18 of Kaysen on the top, and Yeager's going to have the second spot across the start-finish line. Yeager started back in 5th and is quickly making his way towards the front of the field. Just 10 laps in, and Dylan Yeager is up there, but the yellow is out again, Tim.
Second yellow flag on lap number 10 of this feature event, and I see Travis St. Clair is slow after coming there. We'll see what happened to bring out our second caution of the evening, and we saw all kinds of green at the start of last week, Chase, and now a couple of cautions slowing the pace of round number 2.
Yeah, looks like you mentioned, Travis St. Clair getting together, I believe, with the 00 car of Kendall Tucker here in this one, collected one other car. So St. Clair, he was involved in an incident or two last week in the feature at Fairbury, and once again getting caught up in a mess here tonight. So we'll get a replay here in just a moment and see what exactly happened, but it's all about Blake Majulis. We'll see what Yeager can do, though, now, as he has got nobody else in front of him. We'll see if Yeager's got a car to contend with Blake Majulis here for the rest of this feature.
Was able to make up his ground on the inside as the outside kind of checked up just a little bit, and Yeager going to get that second place position when we go back to green here momentarily as we take a look at what happened to bring out our second caution. And here it is right in front of us. I see St. Clair up there in that green car right there just going around, and a little bit of contact there and sending him to the back of the field.
I think that other car that got hit was the 113 of Jaden Krause. So see if St. Clair, I think he's able to continue on. Krause also able to continue on as Pace Truck is pulling off the Speedway right now. 127, Blake Majulis, 48, Yeager back to green.
And let's go full throttle and get the full experience of the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series. And that is going to bring out our caution flag just out of the full throttle. And Chase, you saw it on the screen, and a wild ride for Cameron Kaysen as he was up in front and battling for what was third. And we got some damaged race cars at the front of the field.
Yeah, wow, that was for the 4th position. It looked like Dylan Wilson just kind of misjudged what the 18 of Kaysen was doing, entering turn number 3, turned him around, put him on his lid, and unfortunately collects the 3 of Barrett Bishop as well. We'll get a better look at it here in just a moment, but a huge incident which collects many, many cars inside the top 10 in this one.
Bishop was doing work early in the heat race, and it looked promising here this evening to try to pick up what would be his first win in this series, but it doesn't look like, at least at this point, that that's going to happen. So we'll take a look and see what happened to bring out our third caution of the evening. And we see the 18 of Cameron Kaysen as he was battling with Desmond Busby, and in behind, little contact there, and up from Dylan Wilson, and there goes Bishop in the 3, and he's going to take a wild ride off Rumsey's front bumper.
Yeah, tough deal there. Bishop was having a good run. Kaysen was having a good run. That's going to shake things up here a little bit. And already the pace truck pulling off. See if Yeager's got anything. He was keeping pace with Majulis right there. We'll see if Dylan Yeager can put up a fight to Blake Majulis here tonight. Dylan Wilson up from 10th now to 4th. Might have some damage, though, as he was kind of the cause of that last yellow. We'll see if Wilson can hang on.
They'll be side by side for position number 3, Busby. We've seen Busby on the first couple of runs. Chase go to the outside and work the outside. Forced to the inside on this restart. He'll find a spot. Well, he was going to find a spot in the line, but here comes Evan C. working that outside line in the 33.
Yeah, bottom of the racetrack looks to be the preferred groove here. Actually kind of the middle right now for the 127 of Majulis, the 48 of here, and the 80 of Wilson. As we wait for this track to change a little bit more now, Wilson steps out of the line, goes up to the top. The 33 of C is there as well. Those are your top 4 runners. Here comes Wilson to the inside of Yeager now, trying to take away the runner-up position off of turn number 2.
Pitches it in, tries to take the runner-up position. Dylan and Dylan side by side at position number 2, and Wilson falls in behind Yeager. Yeager now has an opportunity to try to make a challenge at Blake Majulis, and all for naught. Yellow flag flies on the Speedway at the completion of lap number 18 of the 50-lap feature this evening. So a little bit of a slower start to round number 2, and the 19's all tore up.
Yeah, we went 3 wide down into the corner, down the front straightaway, down the back straightaway, and a couple of cars getting collected. 2 guys going for the same piece of real estate entering the third corner. 46 of Matthew Selby, 19 of Mike Augustine, and 41 Logan Rumsey. 3 wide down into the corner, and did not look good here. We'll get a better look at it with our World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series replay.
And there is Augustine right there after having such a promising start to this evening. 3 wide. He's going to find himself in the middle and up to Rumsey, and there's the 25 again of McSwain, and around he goes, and the 19 looking a little worse for wear after that one. So Augustine's going to have to dig deep from the back of the field and work his way back up to the front.
Yeah, Light's still on top of the pace truck, but want to give a hat shake here and a shout out to Chase Barbara, who was the final car to transfer into tonight's main event there, Tim. He started back in 20th, and the 23 car is all the way up to the 5th position now. Chase Barbara putting on a show for the virtual fans in the stands tonight at Cedar Lake Speedway, and that rookie runner is looking to have the best run of his career.
And we are not even halfway yet in this feature, so he's still got plenty of laps to work, and now he's got track position from the inside of row number 3. Blake Majulis has been on it all night long. He's on it again. Green flag flies, and we are back underway. Yeager trying to hold off Wilson, and watch that battle in there for 4th on back. C is going to take the advantage to the outside and step to the outside of Dylan Wilson.
They're going to try and go 3 wide for the lead momentarily in the center of the corner. Majulis hangs onto it. Now C gets around the outside of Dylan Wilson. Wilson stuck on the bottom, trying to find a way in line here, but it's not going to work. C works to his outside, as does the 82 of Busby. Up front, though, look at the 48 of Yeager peeking a nose underneath the Majulis, but can't quite make the pass yet. We've still, like you said, Tim, we still have more than half this race to go.
It's been a couple of peaks, but that's about all it has been up in front as Majulis continues to hold court up in front. C now looking at position number 2 has made up the positions that he's needed to, up from position number 8 on the starting grid to 3rd, and now looks in front of him as you ride on board with Chase Barbara, and you can take a look at him. He is sawing at the wheel.
And he's fighting right there with the 80 car of Dylan Wilson as they work back into turn number 1. Barbara to the inside, slips back to the 6th position. Still a great run from 20th. Up front, though, we've got a 3-car dance for the top spot, nose to tail. Majulis, Yeager, and C. And now Majulis and C go to the bottom. Meanwhile, Yeager stays up top. As here's the race right there for about the 7th position. Back up front, though, the 127, the 48, the 33, and even throw the 80 car, or sorry, the 82, I should say, of Busby in the mix as well.
Where do you watch here? Some great racing throughout this 20-car field as we continue on. We have just crossed the halfway point in this one. 25 down and 25 to go at Cedar Lake as Majulis continues to lead. We got a caution. I was going to say we have a 3-way dance for that runner-up position, but it's all for naught as the caution flag will fly one more time.
And it looks like this time it'll be for the 66 of Tyler Worley and the 18 of Cameron Kaysen. Kaysen was 4 laps down at the time of this accident, and so it looks like we'll have to take a look at the replay and see what happened there, as Kaysen, like I said, 4 laps down. Not really sure what was going on there between him and the 66 of Worley. Worley at the time was running in the 17th position, and we'll get a better look at it here in just a moment. Here's the replay coming up right now.
We'll take a look at this one here and keep your eye on that 66 car of Worley. In behind is Kaysen, and Kaysen going to look to the inside. St. Clair gets a little sideways and just a little bit of contact incidental and goes around there with the 18 in front of that 66. And a tough break for St. Clair in front of him as well, getting that little bit sideways, and Worley nowhere to go, but a little more damage. Insult to injury, little salt in the wound for Cameron Kaysen.
Yeah, absolutely. And something I want to point out here, Tim, is, the 127 of Blake Majulis, the 33 of Evan C., they're kind of business partners here on iRacing.com. They have the Majulis C Speed Shop where you can buy their setups that they run on a weekly basis. And right there, you got those two running 1 and 3, and then you got the 48 of Jaeger, who is I guess you could say a customer of those guys. You can see on the inside of the rear spoiler on the 48 of Jaeger, it says Majulis C Speed Shop. So kind of an interesting dynamic there between those top 3 players.
It looks like they have it figured out, at least for the early portion of this second round of the 2022 season, as pace truck will peel off and Majulis will be on it. Green flag flies one more time. Keep your eye on Jaeger to see if he can hold off C for that runner-up position, and Busby already quickly to the outside, and there goes Jaeger to the inside. New leader off the corner, but Majulis goes back to the inside.
This is going to end up with a slider battle as Busby's gotten by the 33 of C. I liked what Jaeger did on the restart. Went to the top immediately, slid by Majulis. He'll do it once again. Back into turn number 3. We've got a race for the top spot. Jaeger takes it away. Majulis will lead the lap, and here comes the 82 of Busby as the 48 hit the wall in the front straightaway. He's still going to have a big run down the backstretch, though.
Throwing sliders back and forth. Jaeger going to take the spot. Can Majulis get back to the inside? Yes, he can. He'll take the lead back into the corner. The 48 to the outside of Jaeger. It's allowed C, and it's allowed Busby to get back into this battle as they continue on. Majulis may have the advantage here as they come out of the corner.
Yeah, Jaeger not able to put the move on him there. Majulis goes back to the inside. Interesting move right there. That's going to give momentum to the 48 of Jaeger. Does he go anywhere with it? Yes, he does. Down on the inside. No, actually not a slider this time, Tim. He'll try and roll the bottom. It's not going to work that time.
Not going to work, and falls back in behind, but now an opportunity for Busby, an opportunity for C in behind, and Chase Barbara able to take position number 5 and roll with that one and roll with the leaders. 33 laps being worked on the board and completed this time by. So in the second half of this race, if you're Jaeger, you're Busby, you need to get up on the wheel as they continue to look at it for the top spot.
A good race behind them, the 46 of Selby. How about the number 21 of Damian Kiefer from 19th now gets by Selby, move him up to the 6th position. There's a lot of damage on that 21 car. Kiefer's been through war, as is the 00 of Kendall Tucker right there as well, but this is a good race. The caution flag is going to slow us down once again. Jaden Kraus, one of the cars involved in this one.
Yeah, a couple of cars behind this battle as they continued on and was looking to pick up a couple of positions. And you mentioned the battle scars on some of those cars. Saw McSwain back there, was involved in an early caution trying to work back up on the better half of the top 10. And there's some cars back there that may have seen better days, as we'll take a look at the replay to see what brought out this yellow flag.
Yeah, watch what happens here, the 113 at Jaden Kraus. There's the battle between Bishop and Rumsey, but the 113 going to try and come around the outside after this contact, trying to get by 3 cars, and the door gets slammed on him right there by the 41 of Rumsey, who was just coming up the track after being hit by the 3 of Bishop. And Kraus, he saw that opening there, Tim, but I think quickly realized that was a bad move as Rumsey, a victim of circumstance there, got hit by the 3 of Bishop, went up the track and right into the 113.
Yeah, I think that was St. Clair there with nowhere to go and got a little bit of that damage as well as a passerby on that incident. But now an opportunity. We saw in this last restart that Dylan Jaeger was able to get by Blake Majulis, throw a couple of sliders back and forth. They've got 15 or 16 laps to go in this race. Who will throw the slider and who will have the winning move on this one on Cedar Lake? Green flag flies. Majulis has the advantage, and Busby already to the inside.
Majulis learned from his mistakes in the last restart, goes to the top, entering the first corner right there, and is able to keep the 48 car at bay as they work off of turn number 4. Busby trying to get by for third to the inside of Evan C. And Busby, the lone soldier on the inside where we saw him out in the heat race, able to take that win away. And now Kiefer, the 21 machine, trying to take fourth away. He'll look to the inside of Busby down the front straightaway.
You ride on board with Matthew Selby as he's got a whole host of competition in front of him. He's got a couple of spots to make up here to try to get in to the top 5 before this is all said and done as he runs in position number 8. And he's sawing along at the wheel. The battle for the lead starting to shape up in front of him, but the battle to get in the top 5 seems to be the fight right now.
And the 48 of Jaeger looks to be the better of the two cars at the front of the field. He is pushing the 127 of Majulis around the racetrack right now. Just can't find the run that he needs to make the move. Might be right here, Tim, down the backstretch. He does not. He's going to wait for it. Still 11 laps to go. Plenty of time for Jaeger to put a move on him. I think he's hoping this race stays green.
Oh, Tucker threw that slider and almost bought the farm in that battle for position number 5 as Barbara in behind. We saw the ride on board with Selby, McSwain in behind, Norwood trying to pick something up, and there they go again. The 46 is around and in the wall. We stay green.
Yeah, able to keep the race green there as the 46 machine turns it back straight. Up front, though, here is the 4-car race for the top spot, the 127, the 48, the 33, and the 82 car. What is going to happen here at the closing stages? The 48 of Jaeger is hoping for just one slight mistake from Blake Majulis. I talked about it earlier. He doesn't make them very often, but when you got a treacherous cushion like this at Cedar Lake Speedway, anything can happen. Oh, and Jaeger's actually going to make the mistake right there.
He got into the wall off of the corner, and now Evan C. going to go to the inside, and Evan C. moves to position number 2. Well, for the moment, there goes the 48 of Jaeger back to the inside, and Busby looking to make something happen here and put himself onto the podium and in the money here this evening as they're side by side for second. It's all behind Blake Majulis.
And Majulis loving what he's seeing behind him here as C and Jaeger continue to battle it out for third. Busby's right trying to land on the podium. He'll look to the outside of Jaeger down the back straightaway. Driver out of Stockton, California, rookie runner, trying to be on the podium in just his second race with the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series. Right off the back bumper right there of Blake Majulis, and here's that race for second.
Looks like Jaeger's struggling a little bit on that inside line. Needs to find something here and find something quickly as they'll come by. This time, lap 47 completed, and now Jaeger goes to the extreme inside, trying to roll the bottom to make something happen. He'll lose third to the 82 as they work around one more time. Busby now having an opportunity to try to get at C.
And C has been faster than Majulis the last 3 or 4 laps, but I don't think he's going to be close enough here to put a move on him with the white flag coming this time by for round number 2 of the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series. It looks like Blake Majulis has this thing in hand unless Evan C makes a desperate move here on the last lap.
Does C have anything left in the tank? Busby in behind. It's all behind Blake Majulis. Clean and clear off of corner number 4. C looking to the inside, but that's all it is. Checkered flag for the 127, and Blake Majulis returns to victory lane in the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series, powered by iRacing at round number 2 at Cedar Lake.
Blake Majulis, the 2019 World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series champion, grabs the victory from the pole position, was challenged briefly a few times by Dylan Jaeger throughout that race, but other than that, all but dominated here tonight. Majulis wins it. Evan C. runs in second. Desmond Busby, what a great run for that driver in car number 82 in third. Dylan Jaeger fourth. Kendall Tucker 15th up to 5th will round out the top 5 in this one.
And how about Chase Barbara from 20th up to 6th at the end as the fireworks continue to go off in the infield. Great race. A few cautions at the start. It was a little bit different compared to round number 1, Chase, to try to get into the rhythm. But once we did, we saw a battle at the end between those top 4.
Yeah, we definitely did. I mean, sometimes you're going to have nights like that where the track is tough to make passes. It's tough to, just be even, side by side with guys without making contact and having issues. So We're going to have that every now and again. Not every race can be like Fairbury last week, but we've got 8 more races to look forward to. Obviously, next week, Eldora. But here is the finishing results of tonight's feature event. 50 laps, Blake Majulis wins it. C, Busby, Yeager, and Tucker the top 5. Chase Barbara 20th up to 6th in this one. Then it was Justin Norwood in 7th, Logan Rumsey in 8th, Dylan Wilson and Barrett Bishop after that early race incident back up to 10th. Zach McSwain, Tyler Worley, Damian Kiefer, Matthew Selby, Christopher McGuire, top 15. Then Hopkins, Kraus, Augustine, St. Clair, and Kaysen will be the field here in this one.
And a lot of action from 5th on back in this one. You didn't know who was going to finish where until we threw that checker flag, and even the top 4 were going at it at the end. But Blake Majulis is your winner, but I believe, Chase, you have caught up with our 3rd place finisher, Desmond Busby.
Yeah, phenomenal run here tonight for Desmond Busby, the driver out of Stockton, California, comes home on the podium. And Desmond, what a run here tonight, a rookie driver, and how awesome is it to, be a rookie and then in just the 2nd race of the season end up on the podium, racing with the likes of Majulis, C, Yeager, and all the veterans of the series.
Yeah, it's for sure an honor to be here. I mean, I really don't even know what to say, but the car felt great. This is for sure a big confidence booster, after what happened week 1. So I was pretty stoked to even make the race this week, so let alone finish podium spot. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm just happy.
Well, I can say congratulations to you, sir, as we head off to Eldora Speedway next week. Are you excited to get to the Big E, the first of many half miles on the racetrack or on the schedule this year?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited. Eldora puts on great races, honestly, so it should be an interesting one. Hopefully, we have another good run there next week, so it should be a fun race.
Well, Desmond, congratulations on your first career podium finish with the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series. We'll see if you can do it again next week at Eldora. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Desmond Busby in car number 82, and let's head over now and talk to our race winner here tonight, the 127 of Blake Majulis. And, well, last week Blake ended up on the podium in 3rd after a 9th place starting spot, and tonight basically all but dominated here than this one. Yeager kind of gave you a couple of looks, but as we come to expect from you, wasn't even fazed by it and held on to get your first win of the season. Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate it. No, it was a good racer. Obviously I'm glad it was Dylan behind me, and it was clean the whole way. It makes it fun when you can race like that for sure. And then Evan in the mixer in 2nd. Definitely wasn't pushing my stuff there at the end. I was just riding the top. I knew if I wasn't going to make any mistakes, it'd be pretty hard to pass. But it ended up going in my favor tonight. Hit set up really good. I thought I was really, really good early there, and maybe fell off a little bit, but like I said, wasn't pushing the car really, just was riding, and it played out for sure.
Yeah, and obviously tonight, with Cardwell having issues and other drivers getting into incidents, the points, I hate to talk about points this early in the season, but when there's only 10 races, I feel like you got to talk about it every single week. And right now, you look like the man right now to win this thing and be a 2-time series champion. How are you feeling about the points after race 2? You're going to have a pretty decent lead.
Yeah, just you got to take it week by week. I don't really. I mean, I think about it, but I don't want to think about it on week 2. Just, hopefully keep runs like this up tonight, qualify pole like I did. And, you don't even got to qualify pole, just top 5 and keep it clean. And, the points will play out by the end. But, obviously you look at it every week and, stay in the hunt, but just keep consistent runs going.
Well, Blake, congratulations. See if you can do it again next week at Eldora.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Blake Majulis gets the win here on the 2nd round of the World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series. And now we bring in tonight's 2nd place finisher on the podium again. So 2 drivers have been on the podium for the first 2 races, and Evan C. out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, able to finish up in the 2nd spot here tonight. And Evan, it was not an easy one for you. Had to start in 8th, and a dogfight throughout that entire race. Obviously, the track got kind of one lane on the top there by the end, but you were able to make moves early on and get yourself in a good spot in this feature.
Just wish we could have started 4th, but still had a good race. Just kind of drove through in a heat race down the back stretch and almost lost it, but was able to finished second in the heat, and then just kind of took my time in the feature there, and was trying not to get into any wrecks. It was pretty tight racing, and the first 20 laps on the bottom, and you're having to check up for people and make sure somebody's not below or above you. And once it kind of widened out, we was able to get to the top when it was coming in, and just kind of use that. And then after that, it was behind Dylan and Blake, and wasn't much I can do there. We was all nose to tail, and Desmond also. So basically, just whoever messed up and was going to get passed on the top, and was able to sneak by Dylan at the end. I think he got into the wall. We had a pretty good run on him, but overall, a good race for us. It could have been a lot worse for sure.
Evan, if we can, I don't know if you're able to, if you could turn your camera a little bit to maybe my left. I don't really know if that's your right or not, but a great run here tonight. Now, I want to ask you about the partnership between yourself and Blake Majulis. You guys are teammates. You guys are, setup shop owners and whatnot. I feel like that makes it a little bit weird. Am I wrong when you guys are racing for the lead like this at a championship event? Is there some kind of agreement between you guys? Are you guys going to, gloves are off when it comes to a championship win like that?
We always race each other hard. If we're 1-2 and have a good gap between us, from somebody else behind us, we're going to race it out. And we both want to win, but also we share as much info as we can, and to try to help each other out and get faster. And most importantly is just having good runs like tonight. Running 1-2, and then also our teammate Dylan was in top 5 also. So that's what I would say most important to us is just have good runs as a team, and if we can race it out, I definitely would have tried past them if I'd have been close in there at the end. But it was most importantly sharing info and getting fast setups for the race and running good.
Well, the teammates from CFM Esports able to finish 1-2. Nice job tonight, Evan. We'll see you next week.
Yep, thank you.
Evan C. able to come home in the second spot here tonight. And man, Tim, Chris Ferguson from Motorsports Esports, Evan C., Dylan Yeager, and the 127 of Blake Majulis are going to be tough to beat down the stretch, I believe. But next week, next Monday, August 8th, we head off to the Big E, the house that Earl built, the world's greatest dirt track, so many names for it, Eldora Speedway, home to so many big late model races in real life, and it'll be fun to get back there next week.
And if the first 2 rounds are any indication, round number 3 is going to give us some action. Obviously, Hayden Cardwell missed the show this evening. Blake had a great run to win this thing. What are we going to see in round number 3? What other surprises can this series throw at us?
Yeah, I really don't know, but we've seen a lot of guys that I felt like were going to be contenders in this thing, not even be able to make the show in the first 2 rounds. But at Eldora, I feel like that's a place that you could see maybe an off-the-wall guy take home a win or get up on the podium. I feel like tonight kind of off the wall with Desmond Busby on the podium. But I think next week we'll see another surprise driver end up here talking to us by the end of the night. Eldora, just so much history with this series. It's been on the schedule every single year for both the sprint cars and the late models. So very excited to get back to there and see what kind of racing we get on the high banks.
We are looking forward to it in 1 week time. Continue to join us on these Monday nights as we work through the 2022 World of Outlaws ButtKicker Late Model Series powered by iRacing. On behalf of our entire crew, Chase Rodman, my name is Tim Terry. We will see you next Monday night when we say let's go racing. Until then, keep the hammer down and we'll see you at the track.